friends, this week we're going to be talking about text features for nonfiction books. Nonfiction books are books that they're about real animals. They're not make-believe. They're about real people and real animals. So if you look here, the picture of like the bat and the bee, those are nonfiction books. Whereas these right here, which they tell us real life things about these bats and bees. Whereas if you look here at Buddy the Bear and the Busy Pond, those are what you call fiction books, and they're make-believe stories. All right. So I'm going to give you some examples of a nonfiction, or I'm going to give you some vocabulary for our nonfiction books. And then you are going to choose one of these books and pick out.
That was a little.
Oh, sorry. You're going to find a nonfiction book and we'll look through one together and we're going to fill in the worksheet. You can do it with your family at home. Find a book with your family at home, or we can do it together. All right. So let's look at our text features. So the title, it tells you the topic of the book or what it's going to be all about. Okay. So the title is at the beginning of almost every story. And it's the very first page. Now then we have the title page again. So the title page tells about the book's title, the author, the illustrator, and the publisher. Now let's look at this book in Epic. This is the title page. It tells the title, who it's by, and a few other things, okay? Then we go back to here and we look and we see that there's the table of contents. The table of contents tells the names of chapters and what page the chapters can be found on, okay? So table of contents. So let's look at our book in Epic. This is the table of contents. It tells us what page each thing is on, okay? Then we go back to our anchor chart and it says that the index, it tells about the pages that read can find certain topics. Usually the index is in the back of the book right here. So look right here, there's an index is then table of contents. If you click on the index, if we go to page 16. So this is the index, and it gives us big keywords. It tells us what page those things are on, and it's in alphabetical order, okay? Now we have a glossary. The glossary tells us the definitions of some of the words that's found in the text. Again, the glossary is in the back of the book like our index is. It's right here. See, so this is fruit. There's a picture of fruit explaining what fruit is, okay? And then we have headings. Headings tell us what the text is about. So if you look back in on our table of contents, so this monkeys, if we were or behavior or food, if we were wanting to read about food, I would be able to go to this page right here, and this is the heading. So this says food, and that tells me what I'm about to read about my monkeys. All right. Then we are going to go to some more information We have photographs. Photographs are pictures that have been taken with a camera. They're real pictures. So if you see in our book right here, these are all photographs. They're not drawings, they're photographs that someone took with their camera, all right? Then we have illustrations. The illustrations are drawn by an artist. My book doesn't have any illustrations. Most nonfiction books don't have illustrations, but they do have photographs. There are some times where there are illustrations because sometimes you're learning about a topic that there was no cameras for. So, oh, sorry, that would be the time for an illustration. All right, let's move on to captions. Captions, they explain what a photograph or illustration is about in our book. Sometimes they have this, sometimes they don't. Um, then we have, I don't think my book has it, but I will show you a book that does. So in this book, the caption is right here. It's kind of telling you a little bit about what's happening in the story. It says this bamboo is a type of chimpanzee. As you can see, the bamboos also seem to also seem to laugh. All right. So this is a caption. It tells us what's happening in the picture. All right. The next thing, oh, lost my page. The next thing are labels. There are things that are labeled in our story. So we're going to go back to the book we were reading before. This one is not the one we were reading, but it has labels in the pictures. So see how these things are, each monkey is labeled? It labels the things in the picture, okay? Let's see if I can find that other book. Right here. This one, this whole monkey is labeled. See, with the tail, the legs, and the arms. So labels could be very simple. It could be naming just the one thing, or it can be naming lots of things in one picture. All right, the last two things that we probably won't see in our books, but I wanted to show you what they are, is a graph. See if you can see right here, this is a graph. It helps compare information about, um, it helps compare information, but in a visual way. Instead of just words, it shows us a picture of what it looks like. And then we also have a table. This is a table. It organizes facts in different ways so that it's easier to read. We'll talk more about graphs and tables later on, but right now, those these are the big things that I want us to be learning, what are looking for when we read nonfiction books. Now, you can go into Epic from last year. You can either add Miss Bree's Epic, and I'll give you the code. Miss, go ahead, find something to write with while I find the code for you guys. All right, the login code is A as in apple, M as in mom, W as in way, 4406. You'll be able to find your name, and you are more than welcome to use this to find a nonfiction book to do your assignment. Now, your assignment is going to be this one right here. You're going to find these things in nonfiction books. You're going to find map, you're going to find a table of contents, index, illustration, bold italic words. Find as many as you can, okay? All right, friends. You can also use Kids A to Z, or you can use a book that you have at home. All right? I will see you guys soon. Have fun with this reading assignment